Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. What are you doing over there? Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. My name is Psycho Gold, this is Psycho Gold Videos. Yes ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, you have moved. Now, I haven't moved, you're just on a different monitor now, basically because I did this for a stream the other day and realized that this is a much better place to have the webcam. The only downside is it means I have to watch stuff on this monitor instead of that monitor, otherwise you're just going to get that angle. But hopefully, this is going to work out better. Now with that being said guys, I have had a very interesting weekend, but I've just about managed to keep up with everything apart from Gridman. So if you're looking forward to Gridman, don't worry, I haven't forgotten about him. He is coming. But he's not here yet. For today is that time I got reincarnated as a slime. A show that I just love saying the name of. Welcome to Monday Night Slime Time. Anyway guys, I've been excited to check this show out. It's going to be very interesting. We saw that at the end of the last episode, we had the slime, Rimuru, and his companions going off to meet up with the dwarves, that he's going to be visiting the Dwarven Kingdom, which I'm uber excited for. So excited, in fact, I seem to have lost a good amount of my hair since the last time we watched an episode of That Time I Got Reincarnated as the Slime, so yeah. Yeah. But that is another story for another time, probably not on YouTube. Right now though, we're going to jump straight into this reaction and we're going to see if this episode manages to keep up the excellent quality that the main series has been pulling off so far. 3, 2, 1, go! Episode 4, in the Kingdom of the Dwarves. Yeah, and he's taking the best doggos with him. The Tempest Wolves! We ride again! He's an officer in the Demon Lord's army. Okay, this just got interesting. There's a Demon Lord. Why did he look like Dracula from Castlevania, though? Oh, okay. You know, I genuinely do believe him, because I'm not being funny, his dad was a bit of a prick. He was overly aggressive and needlessly violent, and the rest of the, you know, they could work out that there was something off about that slime, and their dad was just like, nah, just run at them with your faces. Doesn't matter if they get cut off, we'll somehow win. The armed nation of Dwarven. Oh! Well, that's unusual. So there are other people living there other than just, other than just dwarves. Oh! Well, that's good then. I like that idea, that there's a land where monsters and humans can go. Yeah, I was just gonna say, dwarves are not exactly known for being weak. Undefeated for 1,000 years! Yeah, I agree, Rimuru. Oh, nice! 3 days. That's just a slight improvement on 2 months. He really wants to see those elves. I would just take the whole group. I mean, it's a huge city. I don't think your big group is going to be that big when he gets there, you know? He'll start a howl! A night howl! Yeah, but Rimuru isn't a weak monster. This should be amusing. Yeah, a talking slime is pretty rare. Come on. Think it through! Think it through! Go on, transform into something impressive. Oh, these two are so dead. Oh, what's he gonna turn into? Hey! Tempest Star Wolf! Where did they come from? Okay, I like the way it just turned into a little old school game there. Yeah, now it's his turn. Here comes Menace. That was the name of the ability I wanted. Sorry, I almost turned into Frieza then. Oh. He got out of the barrel with literally no effort. He just filled the entire barrel with healing potion. The stunned look on his face is like, he should have said, like, if you take me with you, I can help. I'm fairly confident. Oh, he's doing something with a load of... No, that definitely looked like the Eiffel Tower, but maybe that's just me. Oh, no, there is a Tokyo Tower, isn't there? Oh, okay, so now he's got a handful of dwarves that are indebted to him and like him as well. Oh, okay, so we didn't get to see what he asked him for. But I'm guessing he just asked him for what the goblins obviously need down in their village. Which is quite nice. Oh, that looks like such a cool place. It's like, steampunk. Oh, come on. Did you really expect it not to be? For starters, you're in a city and not a village. And second of all, you're in a dwarven, occupied space. Oh, damn. That's nice armor, dude. But yeah, you're in a dwarven space as opposed to an orc space. No, goblin space. Don't know why I said orc. Damn! Yeah, I was gonna say, he looks a lot more built than his brother is. Which is funny considering his brother's security. Oh! They're all brothers! Oh, okay. Why would you... I don't get it. If he's going to war and their army is huge and they haven't lost for over 1,000 years, why would you only order 20? Why would you only commission one blacksmith? Or do they have multiple blacksmiths and somehow 20 of each is enough? Maybe the 20 is for a special elite guard? I don't know. Oh, it's that stuff he needs. What is he doing? Wait a minute, wait a minute! Oh, up came serious voice. So what does he want? Oh, he looks so much like Boo when he does that face. He's like expecting this to be like the king's ransom, and he's like, no, I just want you to teach your skills to other people. He's already made one. Ha ha ha. Wait a minute. Oh, damn. That's a nice looking sword. Oh, it's one of those shiny mystic swords. Don't panic. You're about to have a much easier job. I like the interface whenever they do those scenes. Yeah. He's like a factory. Damn. Here we go. Boing. He could literally, like, industrialize. Get a few slimes. You'll have an industry instead of a little shop. Ah, the saxophone. Oh! No, it's exactly what Rimuru thinks it is. Fair enough. Okay. Okay. Oh, wow. What is going on? What are we watching? He's, you know, never mind about all of his friends that he's left outside in the forest. You'd think now that he's, you know, got these big, powerful-ish friends, that he would be able to... Oh my god, that's the end! Is it? I guess it is! Okay. Oh, hello, Elves. You turned out to be exactly how he imagined you, so... What do I know? Oh well. But yeah, I love the fact that he's just left his friends outside. Like, come on, dude, bring him in. Bring him in from the cold. Well, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. That was That Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime, episode 4. I'm still thoroughly enjoying this show. I'm really, really digging it. This episode in particular, I thought, had a lot of amusing moments in it. I was hoping to see a bit more. Obviously, he went off and travelled with his best doggo friends and his goblin buddies, and then he abandoned them outside, and it was kind of like, oh. But, you know, he took one of them with him, even though it was the only one I really didn't care about, and obviously they got, you know, into a little bit of a scuffle with those humans, and then they had companions that seemed to appear from out of nowhere, which was interesting. And I loved seeing Menace in its full effect. You know, we got to see exactly what happened this time, and that Great Sage essentially gave him a Star Trek style damage report, which I thought was quite good. And yeah, that, you know, Menace seems to be a very effective skill when used on humans especially, or at least lower, weaker monsters, because obviously when he used it on the wolves originally, they were able to essentially push through. Even though they did yield to him, they weren't immediately reduced to these terrified beings that had to run away from him. They did kind of push through it and come right up to him before yielding and basically stating, yeah, you're the king of the pack now, we serve you. Alongside all of that, I thought it was really good the way that he was able to build relationships with the dwarves. He seems to know exactly when to use force and when to use diplomacy, something that other anime MCs do often seem to struggle with, in my opinion. He didn't come with the idea that he is able to just overpower everything, even though at the moment he seems to be pretty damn strong, even if he isn't, you know, the literal definition of OP like some of the other anime I'm watching, but he is very much capable of handling himself and going toe-to-toe, I think, with pretty much everything he's come across so far. I dare say he could even go down to the mines and sort out that Armosaurus for him, but we don't know that for certain. I guess it would just depend how good his water blades are or how good some of his mimic forms are against it. But of course, if he could defeat it, then that could mean that he could take its form and mimic it, and he could be an Armosaurus himself, which would be quite nice. I really like the new Dwarven characters. I thought they had some, they were a good mix between traditional dwarf and kind of being just, you know, full characters. The fact that they were all brothers did make me chuckle a little bit, I'm not going to lie. And they've got very traditional, like what you would think of as a typical dwarven jobs. Obviously, one's in the military and he's head of the security for the city, and another one, you know, his older brother is like this big, well-known blacksmith, and the rest of them essentially appear to be staff that help out the two of them in their jobs, which, you know, basically means that they're a cross between blacksmith and fighter, which probably they all are in all fairness. It's just that the elder brother has a skill in blacksmithing, and this brother, who I don't think is the youngest, I can't remember where he is in the tree, but he's probably more suited for sword and shield work, or maybe he's actually good at dealing with different races, and he's actually like really good at judging people's character, and he can work out who is, you know, someone you got to worry about, because he did it with Rimuru pretty quick. You know, even though he put him in the barrel and he bound the goblin, he did at the end of the day take his word for it when he said that the barrel was full of a healing potion, even though his mate was like, "You're going to trust the word of a monster?" And it's like, hang on a minute, I thought this place was supposed to be neutral, so surely you should be used to trusting the words of monsters, or have I misunderstood the point? I also really, really enjoyed that bit at the end where we got to meet the elves, because I was so sure that there was going to be a twist coming with the elves. I thought that they were either going to not be the traditional attractive, thin, tall elves that he was picturing in his mind. I thought that there was going to be some kind of twist on them, or maybe that the elves aren't elves in the way that we think of them. They could be, You know, maybe they'd be fairies or something. Something that there was going to be some kind of a twist where Rimuru was going to be left very disappointed. But instead, it actually turned out the elves are pretty damn attractive. They dress in a very attractive manner. And they seemed more than happy to throw themselves all over him because he was so kawaii. Yes. And obviously, I find it interesting as well that even though dwarves and elves are often represented as being opposing forces, in this case, the elves have actually set up a... I don't want to hazard a guess as to what exactly that establishment is for, but it looks like the dwarves very much find them just as attractive as most of the other races probably do. And the elves themselves don't see issue with this. They seem to have dressed accordingly. And yeah, the fact that they're dwarves doesn't bother them either. So maybe it's not all elves. Maybe it's just certain sects of elves. Maybe it's just those elves. I have no idea because we don't really know much about the other races at the moment. But either way, I find it very interesting considering in Goblin Slayer, we just got introduced to the elf and the dwarf that are essentially always arguing with one another and trying to one-up each other. And then you come to... that time I got reincarnated as a slime, and they're essentially hanging out for companionship with one another. So it's like, oh, that's like one end of the spectrum to the other. No idea what's going to happen next week. It looks like he's gotten what he wants from the dwarves. He's got people who's going to come and teach stuff. Maybe he'll even get the elder brother himself, or the old man, as he keeps calling him. But there was that dude right at the end that sort of spelled something ominous is about to happen. He's obviously left his goblin pal hanging upside down in the prison cell, and I don't blame him because he's absolutely useless. Other than the fact that he's been there before, I have no idea why they brought him along. He definitely wasn't of any help whatsoever, even as a guide. So, yeah, if we're going to stay in the Dwarven Kingdom for a little bit, which it looks like we are, because the name of the next episode is the Hero Champion, or whatever the King of the Dwarves is called. I hope he gets his posse outside that he abandoned back in. Like, he's made friends with people now. Surely he can let them all in and at least not be freezing outside in the cold at night in a forest. You know? Like, come on, dude. Have some companionship for your peeps. You named these monsters. Now you gotta carry them with you. It's your responsibility. A monster is for life, not just for Christmas. Anyway, dudes, that's probably going to be it from me for this episode. It was a thoroughly enjoyable episode. But it didn't really give any indication of what's going to happen next in the plot, so I can't really theorize that much if I'm honest. So I'm going to end this one here. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. It really helps the video and the channel, and me as a result. Also leave comments down below letting me know what you thought of this particular episode, and let me know what you think of this new camera angle position. Do you prefer it where it was? Do you like it here? Do you like having something in the background to look at other than my other chair? I think this is a pretty good angle, so yeah, I might keep it here. Let me know what you guys think. If we could get this video up to really high numbers in the likes, that would be amazing, because I know that there's a lot of people who like this anime, and I think a lot more people need to discover us over here in this little corner of the internet. Just lately we seem to have gained quite a few new people, but we still got a long way to go, so the more likes it get, the more likely YouTube is to actually bring it up in people's recommendeds, because it will think that this is a popular video, which hopefully it will be. That's it for me though, guys. Thanks very much for sticking around to the end to hear the immortal words, I am Psycho Gold, and I will see you in my next video. Psycho Gold, out.